And so we're going to be doing Shri practices to really decompress and release the entire spine, because everything, of course, is connected and rooted through the spine, which is the conduit of the soma nectar. So we'll be doing all of those fundamental and blissful techniques for releasing tension in the muscles attached to the spine and decompressing the vertebrae of the spine. That has a profound effect, healing effect through the whole body, and a profoundly quieting effect on the mind, including bringing the mind into a very receptive and open place, as well as the heart, of course. But in that practice, I'm going to be particularly focusing on the release of tension through the pelvis and through the rib cage or the heart. And what this will do is decompress. It will clear and resolve tension and more subtle layer blockages, but it will also produce a deeply nourishing effect through the heart. When the heart is nourished, what we're doing is we produce a capacity for receptivity, for self-allowance and allowance of others. And it's actually quite invigorating to deeply nourish. And so we're not going to be doing a workout. We're going to be doing a resolution, a resolving process, a quieting process, a very soft, receptive process for the whole body, focusing on the heart. And we are also then going to take some very Vedic teachings and principles, particularly teachings about what is Ganapati, or Ganesha, as many people know his name, and possibly also integrate some of the teachings about what is Shiva. And we're going to take all of that into a process of unpacking our emotional world. I'm going to be sharing with you something that I've never before shared in a public program. It's a technique that I've been using with my clients for many years, and I've shared with some of the teachers who study with me. And this is a technique in which we very simply but very effectively unpack and resolve emotions that are problematic or causing conflict within or conflict in relationships. And the backbone of that process, was called the Purushartha in Sanskrit. It is the 4 aims of life. So what we're going to do is actually start out by looking at, we're going to start out by opening the doorway to this whole process with learning about the Ganapati principle a little bit. And then we're going to dive into what are the 4 motivators for all of our actions and all of our reactions in life. And then we're going to take that in order to resolve reactions that are causing us problems or that are keeping us stuck. This is particularly useful to start your year with, I find, because so many people begin the new year with thinking about New Year's resolutions or a vision or a mission or a plan for themselves. And often that's motivated by feeling deeply insecure or inadequate, or by feeling that something needs to be fixed. Or it can be motivated by an outside view of what we think we should be doing, someone else's agenda or our agenda that's based on a sense of lack or on comparing ourselves to others. What this process of nourishing the spine and heart and pelvis, along with really looking more deeply at what motivates us in life and where we're stuck or bumping into conflict within or with others, what this will allow for is for us to abide in a place of deep self-allowance, deep self-understanding, so that if you do choose to have a vision for yourself or a mission or make a plan or have a resolution of some kind, it actually comes from a very clear, rejuvenated, nourished place, rather than being driven by insecurity and agenda, which is how we normally make our decisions in life. But more importantly, you'll be able to take the techniques of the physical practices, the Shri practice, those techniques, and the self-counseling technique that I'll be sharing with you into and through the rest of your year and the rest of your life, so that every time you're feeling depleted, or your heart feels withered or stuck or tight, or you're bumping into conflict, you will have very simple and effective tools for resolving, nourishing, rejuvenating, and coming home to yourself. That's my wish for you for the year and for your life. It's really yoga's promise to all of us, and it's part of what I hope to share with you